I ain't got a clue on networking. I really just don't
Nor
know.
do I.
I don't want to know either, to be fair.
Mate, I'm the same. I'm terrible.
That's the way of life. That's the way life is.
I'd rather sit in here and let me just bring this.
Yeah, but that is the way the life is. That's the way the life's gone. Technology.
I know.
It's important though.
It is important. It allows us to do things like this.
Have you been to the gym lately?
Yeah, of course. I went yesterday.
Did you yesterday?
Thought of you yesterday. I smashed leg day. You sure I don't want water?
No, mate.
You're the only guest that I've ever had that hasn't wanted water or tea or beer or coffee.
I'm good, man. I'm right.
This is your chance to throw your diva moment.
I'm good, man. That's it.
Yeah, I went gym.
Yeah, I'll make it a bit of water.
Water, yeah.
Yeah. Flame it up.
I went gym, smashed it.
Good, man.
Leg day.
What?
Got on that hack squat machine.
What day was it yesterday?
Thursday. Leg day. That's what day it was.
Thursday I did 210.
Did you train?
No.
So, we're rolling, by the way, just so you know. One of the reasons why I wanted to speak to you was because, well, we met at the gym. And you always tell me that I inspire you, and I'm like, nah, you inspire me, man.
It's watching you do the legs, and you don't, when you stop, a hack squat, you don't stop, and your technique is wicked.
There was a lad there yesterday who was, he had like 3 plates on each side. Legs were like that.
They're some of them insane that been like, they're like 18, 19-year-olds, and they got the most weights I've ever seen, like all the weights on the hack squat, and they're doing it. I'm like, how the hell can you still walk out there?
But have you seen that? So they have the band sometimes helping them.
They do, yeah, they do that. But
but I don't think they realise it just looks good.
It does look good, but there was no band or nothing. I was like, how have you done that? But the more you train, the better you get.
I love it. You know I do.
Mate, it's a nice gym. It's an awesome gym. Awesome.
Shame about the stuff.
No, I ain't dissing no one. No one. Everyone's
close. No, I'm taking the piss.
Yeah, and I'm the best.
Of course you are.
Exactly.
I tell you what though, I'd love to get in there and drag the standards of the trainers up.
What do you mean? Which trainers?
The culture.
The culture.
I'm a hard ass when it comes to gym culture. Probably too much, yeah. So when I train, my main thing isn't fun. That's my problem. I forget that some people go for fun. Like some people like to go and have fun there and like laugh and smile. Like I've never went there for that.
In the mornings, like when I get to 6, we get like the older generation, and they're just a bit chit chat.
Yeah, but that's great though, isn't it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
People like are going, and the oldest person is like 92, and that's amazing.
That. Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I would encourage. I think I'm talking more of like the youth.
The youth go there and talk.
Yeah, or mainly they're on the phones.
They're on the phones a lot. YouTube.
It was like Zombieland yesterday. I walked in because one of my rules is that because I'm as good as the next person, sometimes I get wrapped up in my phone. One of my rules is like when you're training, phone is non-negotiable. You can't be texting.
I don't know how you text and do a full workout.
Well, I think that's the issue. Like I think most people don't get a proper workout in.
It's not just the youngsters. It's like 30-year-olds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Youngsters.
20 and 30s.
How old are you?
30.
Of course, we're the same age.
No, I'm older than you. You're 37.
Yeah, I keep saying. I don't know why I keep doing this. I keep saying I'm 38. I'm not. I'm 37. Yeah, and if anyone asks me how old are you, I'll be 38 this year. Like I'm trying to rush my life ahead.
Yeah. Well, so when's your birthday?
2nd of October.
Okay.
So
I'm a few months older than you. That's not good.
Why?
My birthday. Well, I'm February. So
yeah.
I turned 38 in February. So
you'll be hitting the big 40 before me then.
Don't. Yeah, but I'm enjoying life now, so I don't mind now.
Well, I think that's the thing. Well, yeah, but sometimes that can bring fear into you as well. Like if you're enjoying life, like sometimes you don't want it to end.
Life's, I've been down the lowest point, and now I ain't going down there again.
I know.
Ever.
Well, this is what I mean.
Ever.
I find it hard when you come up to me and you're like, Alex, like what you're doing is great in here, and I'm like, Gary, I'm lifting some fucking weights, man. It's not.
Yeah, but it's not. It's hard. Getting to the gym is difficult for some people.
Yeah. And I don't want to underestimate that. But what with the conversation we had about the fact that like you didn't even know what MS was, you were, wanted to be a professional footballer, played at high level, and then all of a sudden you've got this illness or disease. I don't know how you refer to it, but something that literally just chopped you down and went, all those dreams you had, fuck you, man, they ain't happening.
Yeah, I've never heard of MS in my life. Ever heard. I was living, when I got diagnosed, I was happy, so happy. My goal was to be a footballer, and my backup was to be a prison officer, even though I'd be rubbish at that, because I'm scared of everything. So I probably would have done that anyway. But that was my main goal. My life was going in the right direction.
Yeah, because it was Coventry City.
Yeah, but I played for teams like Coventry City and Wolves. So that year was my last goal to make it, and had clubs looking at me. So my manager told me they talk a lot. But
I was sitting there yesterday doing some prep for this, and I was trying to guess what position I thought you'd play. So let me have a guess before you tell me. I reckon it definitely. I don't think it's definitely not centre back, because I just don't think. I reckon you're a winger.
No.
Or the engine in the middle.
No.
Up front.
But to be fair, when
fucking hell, I need to go for all the
when
positions.
I was young, I played. When I went to Cov, I didn't get in because I was like 7, 8. I was shot, and I stuttered. Tell you what, worst thing ever. Confidence, you stutter. It's horrible. And I played centre midfield. Then went to Cov.
Centre midfield.
Yeah, and then I got bored. I wanted to change, so I played in goal. And I went to West Brom, County, Wolves.
You're a goalie.
Yeah, Wolves.
Man, I never would have had you down as a goalie.
Then I got bored. I was like, I'm bored of standing in goal, so I started playing defence.
Yeah, I think it's the worst position, goalkeeper.
It's the most. It's everything's on you.
The problem is you've got name one of the best England goalies.
Peter Shilton.
Someone else. I'm thinking of more recent.
David Seaman.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Seaman. What a fucking goalkeeper. But what do you think of when you hear David Seaman?
The mistakes he made.
Yeah, that you remember Ronaldinho doing that lob.
Yeah.
And he must have done hundreds of thousands of top-class saves. Probably made, 1 or 2 big errors for England. You can't win as a goalkeeper.
No, because everything's on you. When you make a mistake outfield, you can hide.
Even in penalties, it's not like, do you remember that keeper who saved? It's always the post Gareth Southgate.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he missed that penalty? That kind of thing.
The pressure is on you in goal.
Yeah.
But it's sport. Oh, I love football. I love it.
Well, some people thrive off that pressure.
Yeah.
Some people collapse. Some people love it. Some people step up when they've got pressure in their life. Some people just can't handle it.
For me, for this pressure, I collapse. Now I love it. But when I was playing football, I collapsed. When I knew I was getting to that. My goal as a footballer, I just collapse because I wanted it so bad. But it never happened. Now we've got MS to look forward to.
What do you think about attaching to dreams then? Because dreams can make you get out of bed, right, and do the work. But also, I think if our dreams don't happen, then we can fall into this pit of I don't feel like my life's got any purpose anymore.
Yeah, I understand, but for me, if that goal doesn't succeed, I've got to find another goal. I'm goal driven. If I ain't got a goal, life's boring for me. Really boring. I don't get depressed. I won't let myself get depressed.
Not now, right?
Not now.
But you've been there, right?
I've never been depressed. I've been angry. Very angry.
What's depressed?
Depressed is when you can't get out of bed in the morning. When you can't socialise.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Or are there not lesser forms that just make you feel worthless? Because I've been at times, mate, where I can function, I can get out of bed, but fuck me, I feel depressed.
When you can't socialise. I don't really know.
Depression's a weird thing, man. I get, maybe I haven't experienced it enough to, because most of the time I've been able to get out of bed. But there's times where like this conversation now, right? Everything will evaporate and all my worries and stresses will go away, and the only focus is talking to you. But there might be a period later in the day where this just fucking swarm of something grabs me and just reminds me that one day it's all gonna end. Really fucked up shit like that comes across my head, and we'll be like, what's the point of doing podcasts? What's the point of doing this? What's the point of doing that?
It's what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
It is, but it's also, but the challenges we're on about, so obviously some of the stuff you've told me that you want to do, it's not going to be enjoyable.
Yeah, but a challenge is enjoyable for me.
The reward for sure, I get it.
Physical side of stuff, I need a goal in life. Otherwise, especially because when I got diagnosed with MS, I said my life was perfect. I was living at home with mum and Robbie boy, and my life was perfect. And then my relationship was perfect. Everything was perfect in my life. But when I got diagnosed, which I've never heard of MS in my life, I was like, it can't be that bad. If it was bad, I'd have heard about it. So I just carried on.
So what were the like? What happened for you to like? What happened? Like how old were you? And then like
21, and like in the space of a 2-week period, I was at work. I started to bump into stuff. I ignored it. I thought I'm a 21-year-old lad, probably bit too much of the weekend maybe. So I ignored it for like 2 or 3 weeks. Then it just got a bit worse. So I went to doctors. They said you got inner ear infection. I was like, okay, give them tablets. Said come back in a week. And in that week, I went from being able to walk, then I was bumping into stuff. I got double vision in my left eye, and my walking had a bit of a limp. Went back. He said you go straight to hospital. MRI scan. Had the scan. He's in there for about a week. Had the intravenous steroids and that. Got the diagnosis of MS, and I thought I've never heard about it, so it can't be that bad, can it? Because I've never heard about it. So went home, a bit weak on my left leg. It's basically my left side was affected. Got an exercise bike, and I just went on exercise bike an hour and a half a day, just to get the movement back in my left leg. And after about, I still had double vision, but they said the doctors it should come back because of my first attack, but they can't guarantee that. I was like, okay. They said about 2-3 months. I was like, okay, sorted. So again, I just worked so hard to get my strength back. And I could end up walking as far as I wanted to, so I could run. So 3 or 4 months after diagnosis, I could back to normal, because I said I could walk as far as I wanted to. I could run. I could see no difference at all. Double vision was gone. I just carried on my life. It wasn't until about 8-9 months after my diagnosis, I had a call from the prison service. They said that I could no longer do the prison service because of my diagnosis, because the uncertainty, which is understandable. But I thought I'm still my football career. Played football career for the first time about 2-3 weeks after they said no to me, and it was horrible. It was horrible. People passing the ball, I'd miss it, or I'd try and pass them the ball, I'd miss it.
Sounds like me on a good day, mate. That does.
Yeah, but I was good at football.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
I was good.
So I bet you thought you'd beaten it. Like I bet, like the diagnosis 9 months before, and then you're still out there running.
Because I've never heard about MS in my life.
No, well, I don't know much about it.
I never heard nothing.
You told me something amazing the other day. Apparently, everyone's got the cells in their body. Is this right? I might be butchering it.
The cancer, everyone's got it. It just needs a trigger. So if you get a trigger in your body, it's just how you accept it. And so what I did when I couldn't play football, that just killed me. I just went and got a stupid job. I'd work 6-7 days a week, just to help me forget.
Yeah, what was the job?
The job was a estate agent. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. The job was before the stuff. It was easy, so easy, but there's no goal. There was no end product. Football was my end product, and the business was my end product. And when that was gone, I just went and got a job.
It's understandable though, because you could have sat round and done nothing, right? It's understandable why you throw yourself into anything, work, anything. Because I guess was that you trying to be positive and move on and.
I just ignored MS. I never heard about it. I thought it's not that bad. I could see no difference at all. So I went and got a job. Wearing a suit, felt powerful, felt like I was achieving, even though I was working 6-8 days a week. And I'd relapse, go back to hospital, get steroids, come back straight to work. I did that for like a year. I couldn't see a difference at all. So it wasn't until October 2007 I went to hospital for the first time. I was in it for a week because I lost the use in both legs, and that was a bit of a killer. But I had steroids, I could walk. Before I got discharged, I saw the MS nurse, and usually they're nicey, and nicey doesn't work with me. I need to be told, even if it's the worst thing ever, give me the news, scare me. And she actually scared me. It scared me a lot. It said that you could lose your both legs, you could lose both arms, you could lose your vision, you could lose stuff that we take, like personal stuff, like urine, like when you go to the toilet, you got bladder bowels can be affected.
Why did you need to be scared like that? Why did you need to be told that kind of stuff?
Because I just don't like night. It doesn't sink in. It doesn't understand. It goes down my head. You got to be quite strong with me. I just don't.
So you wanted to know the very fucking worst case scenario.
Just give me the worst, and then I deal with it. It scared me, and yeah, and it scared me. So I went home, quit my job straight away. Straight away, quit my job. I was like, oh, wicked, this is awesome.
Did you see out any notice, or were you just like, fuck you, I'm out of here?
Yeah, I phoned him up and said, my health's not good. My health's been affected. I hate the job anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people love it. Some people love that, whatever that job was about. Stress. And no, I don't do stress.
So you just never went back in, right?
Yeah, I phoned up and said I can't do it anymore. So I left, and then I had some exactly the same day, personal issues, which is like, that was a big one, big personal issues, and that really set me back. I've been like 3 or 4 weeks after I've been discharged, I was back in, but I was back in for 8 weeks, and this was a shocker. Double vision, both arms I couldn't use, both legs I couldn't use, and that was scary, very scary. Because I was like, now I know, I've learned about it, I've accepted it, I talk about it, but I don't talk about it actually. But I was scared. But having steroids, got discharged, still walk a long way, but I could see a difference. I was like, okay.
Did it feel like you were deteriorating? And
that was the first time I really could see when I was walking, I could feel my limp. I got tired. My legs got fatigued, which I've never dealt with that before in my life, ever.
So you mentioned that this anger versus depression. Like, who were you angry at?
Just me, the way I dealt with MS.
You were angry at yourself.
Very angry.
Were you not angry at like a god, the world? Like, did you not go through this why me stage?
Yeah, of course I do. I mean, I've never done anything wrong in my life. I've never done anything.
Did it feel like that? Did it feel like it was like you're being dealt a punishment here?
But yeah, I definitely. Cause I've never broke the law. I've never done anything. But there's nothing I could do about it at all. So I can be. I was angry at myself, the way I dealt with MS, the way I dealt with life. And
in what way? Like, what were you doing that made you like? How would you have liked to have handled it better?
Because I would say to everyone now, I'd say I'm never ever negative about MS ever, because I tell people do stuff that I didn't do. Learn about it, accept it, talk about it, and don't get stressed. Talking's the main thing. Blokes don't like to talk. They don't like to admit.
What?
Blokes hate talking. We hate it.
Are you fucking serious? I never knew this.
We absolutely hate it. I don't know why. We hate it. I just built everything up inside me. Everything. And what I do when I break at work and that, I'll just go down to Country Park and just cry. Just cry. Keep everything blocked up. Everything. And that's the worst thing you can do. Because that just gets you worse.
So how did you get out of those patterns then?
Basically, after my personal issues, I was in the hospital for 8 weeks. Went in, had steroids, come out. Yeah, I could see a difference. Couldn't walk as far at all, but the stress was still there. So I had a chance to go to China, just for some experimental treatment for MS, like acupuncture, physio, and that stuff. Even though I could do that in England, but I wanted to get away from everything that was happening around me. Because I knew stress is no good now. I just wanted to get away from the stress. So I went to China. It was shocking. Absolutely shocking. The stress followed me. Phone calls, emails. I could just turn off my phone, but I just didn't want to. And the stress has got to me. And that was the biggest relapse ever. Both legs, both arms, bladder issues, bowel issues. My speech went. I couldn't feed myself, and I was in a foreign country, and I was in there for I was supposed to be there for 4 months. I think I lasted about a month, and then I had a massive relapse, and that's when I was in hospital in China, a foreign country. Nobody knew, one couldn't speak the lingo, and being fed on that. But my mum and Robbie come and got me from China.
They come and got you from China.
because I couldn't go on a plane. I could do nothing.
Fucking hell.
So I needed someone to kind of care for me, really, just help me just to get on the plane.
As a man, like, you know, when your mum had to come and get you from China, like, how old were you at this when you were in China?
I was 23.
Did you have any of that, like, difficulty in letting people help you, or were you just so desperate for the help that you would just come and save me?
There's nothing I could do. I was just bedbound. Nothing I could do.
I mean, we'll talk about Kelly as well in a minute, but this is something that inspires me about you, your willingness to let people help.
Just me, I would never choose to let. I always know if I can't do it, I will give 110%. But if I can't do it, then I'll ask for help. But I'll always make sure I'll fail first, and then I'll ask for help.
Well, look, being humble is a good quality, isn't it? In every human being. But what is humble really? It's knowing that we've got limits, and it is asking for help.
Yeah, it's the talking and asking. Because I never spoke in that year of second year of MS at all. Even at the first year, I never had a relapse. But I wanted that goal. That's why I did that job. It suits some people, doesn't suit me. And I wouldn't admit, I knew I was struggling. I knew I shouldn't do that job. But wearing a suit, stupid, made me feel I was achieving.
Mate, how many of us have been through that?
It's shocking. That'd be shocking. Look back, I'm like, what are you doing?
Wearing the suit for my job was the most miserable I've ever been. Worked at AXA Insurance. I did what you did when I was in the office. I was just sat in a chair at this typewriter dealing with someone's complaint. I just got up, mate, and I walked over to my boss and I went, my boss was quite a nice guy. I just went, do you know what, fuck this job. I'm out here. And walked straight out the fucking door. Could not handle it. I'd cry in the car in the morning because I didn't want to go in that office. It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, at least you're strong enough to do that.
I think it was desperation more than strength. I was desperate, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew I had to get out there. I knew, but I couldn't. Felt like I was letting them down.
But it's interesting. On the way here, I was listening to a podcast, and it was talking about this, Gary. It was saying that, like, if things aren't really bad, most people won't change. So if that job was bad but not that bad, you probably would have stayed. The fact that it was like, oh my God, I've got MS, I've got, like, you know, I'm deteriorating, I can't handle it. Like, because things were so bad, you just went, boom, I'm changing.
I had to.
Exactly that. You had to, right? If you didn't have to, you probably could have stayed there miserable as fuck. And they were saying, it's like, I don't know how you fill that gap in, but if things aren't really bad, most people don't change.
Oh no, just sticking to the same old jobs or whatever the situation is.
Yeah, or think about a relationship with a girl, right, that's like, nothing wrong, but there's nothing that good either. It's like, of course, you'll probably stay there. Yeah, but if things are like abusive and violent, or like you're so miserable that you hate your life, you'll probably get out of it.
It's convenience sometimes.
Yes, complacency.
Exactly, you do forget what life's about.
Mate,
completely.
That's gold. You forget what life's about.
You do forget what life.
What is life about? You can teach me a thing or two here on this.
It's about waking every morning with a smile on your face.
Is it though? But because what about these challenges that we both are adamant that we both love doing? Me and you ain't going to be smiling on those challenges. There's information in there that says behind the hardship of a purposeful goal is reward.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
your reward.
It's the reward, yeah. But that's not always covered in smiles, right?
But I enjoy the hardness. I enjoy the difficulty because I know I'll get through it, and it's hard, but I enjoy it. I enjoy going through the darkest days of an exercise or whatever, because you know you're going to come out the other end, and you're going to come out and beat it and do it.
That's
class. Makes me look happy.
So when you got back from China, this is the part that really blows my mind. I think you had a year.
Yeah.
Is it a year in a Coventry hospital?
Tell you what, it's when I got back, straight to Coventry Warwickshire Hospital. But tell you what, it's the best thing that could happen to me because I was a mess. I had nothing. My legs didn't work, my arms didn't work, couldn't feed myself. No speech, double vision. My personality was awful.
What was? Personality. Oh, personality.
Yeah, and yeah, my personality was just awful. per se was bad.
What do you mean?
I just usually I like to giggle, I like to be happy,
Yeah.
I like to cheer people up or whatever, but I was just angry, very angry.
Understandable though, right? Like, I'm not saying it's the right way to deal with things, but it's understandable why. Like, you're a human being, right? You're going through emotional turmoil. Like, you don't know what the fuck's happening. Like, it's understandable.
I'm disappointed with. I was angry at myself not dealing with MS better, because it's not a death sentence at all. But one thing I didn't learn about, as I said, when I was diagnosed, I just ignored it and just work out. That's what I enjoy.
Did you ignore it, or were you trying to be positive?
I just ignored it. I just put it back in my head. Just forget about it.
Yeah, but this is why a lot of men die early, because they have, like, let's just say you find a lump somewhere. Most men, and put me in this category, we get so scared that we're like, oh, it'll go away.
Exactly.
Or it's nothing.
It ain't gonna affect me.
Isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
I was like, that's what I said. It ain't gonna affect me. I've done nothing wrong in my life. It can't affect me. So just do what blokes do best. Ignore it. And I put it back in my head, and it worked. It worked well, actually. It worked really well.
Do you think, like, when you keep saying do what blokes do best, how differently do you think a woman would have handled it then?
They speak out to friends. I don't.
Have you got many friends?
Yeah, I've got really close friends.
Have you?
Really close friends, but they were obviously. I'd moved out as like in the first year I was fine. The second year I moved out. I'd got my own place, my own partner, and yeah, because mum was my kind of rock. I could talk to mum about anything, and she'd put me straight. And whenever I had that, I was like, when football went, prison went, I got a job just to make me feel good. I was achieving, and I wasn't. But these things happen, and now I'm a better person than before MS. More understanding. I've been there. I've been at the lowest point, and now I'm at the best point in my life, really. So I won't let myself get down. I like to wake up, smile on my face. So I don't like to be down at all, because I've been there.
Are you and Kelly married?
No,
How long have you been with Kelly?
I've been with Kelly for 13, coming on 14 years Boxing Day.
How have you got away with that one?
I'll tell you what, I was very lucky. It's actually really, really cool. When I was in hospital, like, she saw me at my lowest.
Yeah, because Kelly was looking after you, right?
Yeah,
for people listening.
She was working there.
All right, okay.
And we become friends. And she saw me getting hoisted. She saw me getting fed. So she saw me at my worst. But yeah, I can't thank her enough, really. But I got some. My neurologist give me, because I usually have steroids. The steroids weren't working on me, and usually they get you back up on your feet. But this time they didn't. So my neurologist has said to start him on a new drug just for like 6 months to see if it does work, maybe. But after 5-6 months, I think, after stretching every day, I did get a bit of moving back in my legs, and it was like my double vision went. I can use my arms, and so it was really good, really good.
This is why you inspire me so much. Well, I'll try not to get emotional when I speak about this, because it touches a chord. The fact that you can let Kelly see you like that, and accept it, and then go on to produce a loving relationship out of it's pretty inspiring to me. It's
yeah, I mean, we're just like really good mates. Like when she was hanging, she was my room was where she'd go on DOS and hide away, and become such a good mate. She got my personality back.
I was going to say, your personality couldn't be that bad then if you met Kelly there.
Yeah, my personality was rubbish until I met Kat, and the nurses at Coventry Hospital, Ward 42, were amazing. I can't thank them enough either. And Kelly.
It's surely one of the most underpaid jobs out there, teacher and nurse, right?
It's the nurses are amazing.
Mate, they are. You know, we talk about angels in the world, like, are they mystical figures? I'm like, no, they're flying around these fucking hospitals, getting paid shit to save people's lives. It's insane.
They are amazing. They're amazing. The work they do is hard. It's not easy. It's hard. It's hard.
It's really
Stuff they have to go
hard.
through.
So what was Kelly's role in the hospital?
Kelly was just like a cleaner kind of person. But I tell you what, we could have nursing that will always joke. I had the cleanest, like the floor outside my room was like the cleanest in the whole hospital.
Yeah, it's probably because you just wanted to hang out with you. That's why.
To just chill.
Yeah.
And she had like the cleanest floor ever, ever. But yeah, we're good mates.
Cool. And then you asked her out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, what happened was, this is shocking. I cringed. I even cringe now because I've never said this word in my life. I was thinking maybe, just maybe, is she, maybe. And then I wasn't even planning it. It just come out. And I said, Cal, I think I like you more than friends. I could not be yours. I said that.
It's alright, mate. It's fucking honest.
But then again, 14 years later, it's worked.
It's work, bro.
Still together.
Dude, if you're saying that's definitely not one of the worst chat lines I've ever heard.
It worked.
Damn right. That's pretty smooth, actually.
To be fair, it worked. To be fair, she saw me at my worst. And she looked past that.
Yeah.
She looked past that.
Yeah.
And she got my personality back, got my smile back.
There's a guy that I coach, and he was talking about this theory of like those who've lived their worst fears have a better life, because if you've been through everything you've been through, like what's left to fear apart from death? Like you've been through the worst you could possibly be through, right? Kelly's seen you at your worst, therefore everything she gets now is above and beyond that, right?
Yeah, she saw me at worst. And I ain't getting back there. If I get back there, physically, no problem. I have to deal with it. But I ain't losing my personality again. My smile. I've got a sexy smile. See, everyone's got to pick themselves up, though. Everyone's got to pick themselves up.
You reckon your smile was your sexy one?
Not really, no. But it worked.
Mate.
So.
Yeah, she just clearly loved you, man. That was...
So.
And then, like, we met at the gym. Like, so that was your next port of call, right? Mission, purpose, goal, to get involved in the health and fitness game.
Not straight away. I didn't even think about that. I thought you had to be quite clever to get in that game.
Mate, you fucking sat across from a meathead PT.
I thought you'd have to get quite clever, but
and then,
was...
And then you realise you don't.
I'd come home from being discharged. I couldn't walk. I could stand, but I just got an exercise bike, and I would every day. But my goal would be just 5 minutes a day. And then when that's easy, go to 10 minutes a day.
Amazing.
15, 20, 25. So I ended up being able to do a good half hour, 35 minutes. So like 3 or 4 years. So I got discharged in 2009. And it was 2012, the Paralympics. And by that time, I was wheelchair bound. Then I was frame. And then crutches. I could walk about nearly 2 miles. Which is pretty awesome from being bedridden.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm bored now, I need a goal. I'm bored and doing this. Well, not bored, I was enjoying exercising, really was seeing how much I've achieved. But I needed a good goal to drag me, just to grab me and say, come on. And I was watching the Paralympics, and I saw wheelchair tennis, and I thought, yeah, that's me. Even though I've never really played tennis in my life, let alone in a wheelchair. But I found out where does wheelchair tennis, joined a group, and it's hard. It is hard.
Normal tennis is friggin' hard, dude.
Especially holding the racket with a chair. But if you want something and you try, you can achieve it. And so I did that, joined a group, joined a class, just going once a week, I think it was, getting a coach as well. So little goals. My goal was to hit the ball over the net. I did that. So a few months later, after keep going and going and going, I would have a rally. When I did that, I was comfortable. My next goal was to do a tournament. I did that. When I went, next goal was to at least win a tournament. I'd done that.
You won a tournament, yeah.
I've done that.
Mate, this will make you laugh. Do you know what my goal was in tennis? No, I lost an entire game through double faulting.
I can't believe that. It's hard, isn't it?
It's really fucking hard.
Running's hard.
Just hitting the ball over the net, like you just said about your goal. That's still my goal, to hit the ball over the net. My mates had to let me serve underarm. Because I couldn't throw the ball. I couldn't even throw the ball. It would go behind me or something. or I just end up walloping it over the fence.
Yeah, but are you enjoying it?
No, I fucking hate
Okay,
tennis.
don't blame me. Yeah.
I like badminton.
Badminton's good.
Yeah, it's more
Reaction.
confined and it's easier. And
Slower.
table tennis, that's why it's easier because it's slower.
It's coordination. It's hard.
It is hard, but like anyone can pretty much hit the shuttlecock over the net, right? Whereas tennis, like you have to move so fast, you have to time it right, you have to guesswork. Like I can cover most ground in a badminton court.
Yeah, 'cause it's smaller.
Smaller,
but it's
yeah.
hard.
That's why table tennis is even more fun because then you're having a real good game with your mates. You can just hit them.
Yeah, but tennis, you have a couple of seconds extra to get in position. You've got like a split second with table tennis and badminton.
Yeah, I guess so.
Proper hard.
I guess your reaction time goes up
That's
as
spot
you
on.
as you go down the size of pitch. But tennis is more squash is the most knackering.
Yeah, but that's good fun as well.
Do you think? I think squash is boring.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that's where you hit it against the wall,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah,
against,
boring.
like, 3 walls or something like that.
Old man's game that.
It's hard though.
Oh no, yeah. All I think about when I hear squash is old men with like these knee straps on
Yeah, they do that. You do see that.
and sweatbands.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah.
Is there courts at the gym that we go to?
I should know that. Yeah, there's a artificial area,
Was there?
but I think that's just football. I don't
We
think
got there's a lot there, isn't there? It's a good
I'm
gym.
sure there's no tennis court. Actually, I know there's no tennis. It's football, 5-side football and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It is a good gym. Yeah, it is a good gym. Very good gym. It's awesome.
yeah. So the fact that you went and pursued that then.
Yeah, when I was playing tennis, my coach had an email from Instructability, which is a charity to help get people with disabilities into the fitness industry.
Okay.
And she thought of me straight away because she knows I'm goal driven, and she gave me the information. I was like, well, first of all, who's going to listen to me if I do get qualified? Who's going to listen to me? I mean, I can walk, but who's going to listen to me? But I got it. I thought I've got to do it. It's my goal. So I did it. Next goal was to pass it. I'm not very clever, but trust me, if you want something as bad as I did, you will pass it. You will achieve it. And I passed it. So I was doing as part of my course. You set up a placement, and I did it at Jaffa Leisure Centre, Evan Active, because I knew my mate who I went to school with worked as a gym instructor. So I emailed him and said, "Can you help me out?" And he spoke to Tony, the boss, and then they went higher, and they said, "Yeah, they're willing to do my placement now." So I was like a 12-week placement.
Yep.
Which I was did placement there, and it was awesome. Everyone, the gym users at that place are just amazing.
Yeah.
They never looked down on me at all. They encouraged me.
Of course.
They really did.
Any decent human being will.
They really, because I smile. I don't like to be sad.
You didn't smile at me the first time I came in. You didn't say anything.
Yeah, but you're quite daunting, aren't you?
Fuck off. No, I'm not.
Quite
People will say this. I'm like, what are you on about?
Quite daunting. Got the goatee and that, and you're proper whacking out in the gym. You're like,
Well, to be fair, I do have those giant earphones
Yeah,
on
you
that,
do.
that says, don't talk to me.
Yeah, so that's why we don't talk to you.
What do you mean we?
Well, everyone, we know if you got headphones on, don't
Okay.
talk to them, which is understandable.
Yeah.
You don't want to be talked to.
No, it's weird because I've got like this conflict. Like, I want to, like, if I hadn't spoke to you, we wouldn't be having this conversation now. But I also want to go there and just train like an absolute savage.
Well, that's what the gym's for. Isn't it?
Kind of, but that's what I mean. It's got dual purposes. Like, you can meet some really good people at the gym, like yourself. We've got something in common now. We both love goals. We both love challenges. We both love fitness. We're going to train together. We're both in support of talking. So if I hadn't have stopped and we hadn't have had that conversation, we wouldn't be here. So it's kind of got dual purposes.
Gym's is a place to get rid of your anger from the day you've had at work and that. The gym is there to smash it out.
Yeah, or prevent it.
Well, yeah.
So a lot of people can get to the point where they don't get the experience as much anger because they've done something that's productive and helpful.
Well, yeah. Well, you've had a stressful day at work. You want to get rid of the stress. You feel.
Everyone loves the guy who works in the gym that comes around and just says hello. I'm serious. Like, personal trainers forget is part. 80% of the job is having a personality.
Yeah, I think you do if you got personality. And,
Easy.
and
I was a
smile.
terrible personal trainer for the first 5 years, terrible. But I got such great results just from personality.
I think you need a personality as an instructor and as a personal trainer.
Yes, I agree. And just like that passion, and that's why it drives me. Like anytime I see a trainer on their phone when they should be teaching someone, is the moment I just want to flip my lid and go mental.
Yeah, you don't need your phone. I don't know why people bring their phones to the gym.
So cool. Yeah, but I mean, as a personal trainer,
it's even worse. They should have it all wrote up.
It's culture for me.
Should all be there.
Yeah, it becomes normal.
I don't
and it's not just in the gym we're at, it's in pretty much 99% of gyms, I'd say.
Definitely.
Yeah, just get rid of that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're paying me 40 quid an hour and I can't give you my attention for that hour, you're doing a fucking terrible job.
Your focus is on your
it's just about you for that hour. If you're paying me, it's just nothing else can matter. This is the hard thing, and I'm probably a bit harsh, but like I have to forget all my troubles.
Yeah.
Like today, by the way, something kicked off this morning, right? But I have to forget that now, and I have to just be with you.
Let's have a chat.
Yeah, but it's about you now. This is a skill. It's practice.
Of
course it is.
It's obvious.
But it's not easy. Like my mind could be wondering about this shit that I've got to sort after.
Yeah.
But it's not. I'm just interested, and that's a skill through practice. But if my phone's here, mate, and it's just flashed or.
I think if I was me and you do it now, I think God, you're rude. Very rude.
Of course you would. You tell me to get the fuck out of here. You'd be like, yeah. It's like I might as well be somewhere else.
Why is it pointless having this conversation?
Yes, I went to Nando's with my mate. This was like last year, but I've been to Nando's with a few of my mates, so they'll be wondering who this was. And he was on his phone for the entire time. I thought I might as well have not been here.
You do see that a lot when I go for me or my partner. You see people on the phone.
Do you have a no phone rule then when you?
Yeah, no, we don't do on the phones. No, but you do see couples coming out from like romantic dinner or whatever.
Well, it ain't romantic, is it?
And people are on the phones, and it's like you can do that at home or whatever.
Yeah.
It's about you and whoever you're with, not your phone.
Yeah, conversations seem. This is why I think podcasting and such is taking off, because it is uninterrupted, intense, passionate conversation that most people don't experience anymore.
Exactly.
And conversation, as we both pointed out, is really, really important.
Talking is really important.
Talking is the start of everything. So, like I say, this is only happening because we exchanged words.
We did, and we ended back.
No, and now both of us have got this, because you mentioned something. As soon as you mentioned it, I was like, one, I like the sound of it, and two, I was like, can I help you? And this was the idea of, is it what's the terminology for the bicycle?
Hand cycle.
Yeah. Although I can't remember that.
No, it's alright. It's okay.
A hand cycle. So basically, you would use your hands to cycle the bike.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which sounds really goddamn hard, because they've got that machine in the gym, haven't they, where you sit down and pedal it?
Yeah, you got the hand cycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
The gym, yeah.
So let's just say you got this hand cycle, right? What on earth? What crazy ass challenges would you like to do on that hand cycle?
Well, since I've got discharged from hospital, I'm goal. So first one will obviously be a level 2 instructor. Then I've got a bit bored now. After doing that for 8 months, I was like, I need a goal. And instructability, we're doing a class, a Sosa dance class, a seated Sosa class.
Oh, what?
A seated Sosa.
Sosa?
Yeah, it's dance. I'm seated.
Okay, never heard.
No, it's Sosa. I mean, I've never heard of it. I'm not a dancer at all. But
Mate, no way.
One little bit. But I thought it's out of my comfort zone. I thought this is right up my street. So instructability were doing it. Then I found out they wasn't. I was like, so I got hold of the founder, bombarded her with emails. Train me. She got back to me, and luckily she just moved round by the leisure centre, and she agreed to do it. So she trained me up, a lesson every week. So I did that, got qualified. That goal was ticked off. Next goal was to do a class. Done that, ticked off. So I had like a class every week. And then next goal was to do it in the community. That goal was ticked off. Done. So I'm like, next goal, come on. I'm getting used to that. Was to be a personal trainer. Because in the gym, everyone's personal trainer. And I wasn't. I thought, no, that's not happening. I need to be PT. Did that, got qualified with that. So I'm a personal trainer now.
Yep.
So I did that, and I thought, okay, what now? So I thought, GP referral. I'm doing that now. It's really hard.
Yeah.
But
can I just stop you for 1 second?
Of course, yeah.
Because you started out this conversation with saying that you're not that smart. I remember doing a GP referral. It's not easy.
I know, I've heard. I've been told that.
So that will dispel the myth of you not being smart, right?
If you want something, you will do it.
Yeah, but it will dispel that myth, right?
Yeah, well, it will do, yeah, but you do kind of forget it quite quick when you're qualified.
Mate, I forgot everything.
Exactly.
I forgot. I'm a terrible personal trainer in terms of like the theory.
Yeah.
I'm all practical, all hands on. Like, if me and you train together, I will get the fucking best out of you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. That's the only thing I'm good at. If you start
Terminology.
to talk about again like muscles and shit, it's
Quads and
yeah.
that.
Well, I can handle that.
They're easy.
But you know what I'm saying when
More
it comes
in depth.
yeah, like if people start to like talk about transverse planes and all this, I'm like, mate, get the fuck out of here. Like, it made me laugh. I was out the other day and my mum and dad were talking about this new gym that their friend's gone to, and the handles of the dumbbells are scoped just perfectly to fit in that, and I'm like, fuck all that. It's like, give me a barbell, give me a dumbbell, give me a machine, and we will have some fun and we will get some results.
Exactly.
Old school.
Old school is the best way. Terminology is, yeah.
Yeah, man. There's
to get done.
Yeah, and I get it if you're performing at like, if you're going to the Olympics.
Elite.
Yeah,
Stuff.
and you know, everything has to be from your nutrition to your sleep to everything has to be prime. But for the average guy who just wants to get a good workout in, most of the time it's just work on your form and get that to a good level.
Spot on.
And then when that's there, boom, it's time to go. It's time to work, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck off your phone. Let's get a sweat on, and you will leave feeling better, like you've actually earned a result.
Yeah, definitely.
Rather than just ticking a box.
When you achieve a goal, makes you feel good. Makes you feel good.
It does, but we keep shifting the goalpost, mate, don't we? So it's like, tick, move on. It's more about growth. I think that you're the same. I think you're the same as me on that. We love expanding and growing.
Yeah.
Our knowledge base, our resilience,
Makes you
our
feel good.
thirst for life. Yeah.
So that's my next goal, is a GPFL. But I'm doing. I'm signed up for it, so it's going to take me a good year or so, whatever. But I've started. I've done it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, let's move back to this hand cycle. What would you do with it?
My next goal is hand cycle.
Yeah, this is what I want to talk about.
This is the biggest thing. I've had this goal for like years, because this is going to be a hard goal. When I get my hand cycle, it's going to be start off small, be like a 5-mile bike ride for charity, then increase it to 10, 15, 20, 25. But my main goal, when I feel strong enough and confident, is to do the MS bike ride. They do it every year. It's like from Penzance or something like that. Up in Scotland,
yeah.
I think. And it goes down to Brighton.
Yeah.
So that's a good few miles.
Isn't it like 1,000?
It's like 1,500, I think.
Oh, is it that much?
Yeah, I think it's up.
Because normally the cycle is, I always get the words wrong. John O'Groats to Land's End. That's the normal bicycle. Whether, or is it Penzance to?
No, it's what you just said.
Is it? Is that the one?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to Brighton. Is it Brighton, Bristol?
Yeah. Well, wherever Land's
Yeah,
End is. All I know is a long fucking way, north to south.
But it is over a 2-week period.
Yeah, but again, like, that's more. It demands more of you for sure because it's over 2 weeks.
It's 100% though, but that is my main goal.
So you'd hand cycle your way from the very north of Scotland to the very south of England.
And the MS Society do it every year.
Wow.
And that's my. I want to start off just for charity, for MS obviously.
2 weeks. Well, let's think about that. That's 14 days, so that's probably 100 miles a day, man.
I think we need a calculator.
No, like if it's 1,500, I don't know if it is 1,500 miles. My phone's off. Otherwise, I should have checked. Either way, it's.
I know it's over 1,000 miles anyway.
Yeah, that's a long old way.
God, that is a good achievement if you do it.
So we need to get you one of these bikes.
Yeah, it's gonna cost. It costs money. I'm currently trying to save and study.
Like 6 G's, right?
Exactly.
About 5 or 6 grand.
Yeah, I mean about 5 because the BTEC. I've got a BTEC attachment. I've got a BTEC Scrambler, which is an attachment from my wheelchair.
Yeah.
And it's not like a mobility bike. I mean, you get the old mobility scooters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want one of them because they're not very manly. So I found one by BTEC, which are BTEC Scrambler, so you could go off road.
Yeah.
And it looks so beefy.
Yeah, but you'll need it though as well, won't you? Like
so I've got a BT Scrambler. Now I just want a BT hand bike attachment, and they're about 5-6 grand.
Cool.
And that's but trying to save that is quite hard.
Of course, but with that piece of equipment, you would be able to go off and raise money for
Charity.
for MS charity.
MS,
Yeah.
Or when I was in hospital, I saw a lot about neurological conditions like the dementia, the Parkinson's, the Alzheimer's, the motor neuro, and they're all scary. So no, it's not only MS; it's the whole neurological conditions. Because I never knew about any of that until I was in hospital for a year. I saw it, and like the Parkinson's, it must be quite difficult for the families and for it's just horrible.
Is there any crossover? Like, are any is MS linked to any future possible conditions?
No,
that right. Okay.
When I've learned about MS, but not in depth.
Okay.
I just learned the basics. And
What have you learned what have you actually learned that maybe you didn't know or has shocked you or surprised you? Like, is there anything that stands out that frightens you or scares you about the condition?
Not having read what I've actually dealt with. Yeah, I never knew about the whole bladder, malarkey, the whole bowel stuff where you can't empty your bladder and that. I need help with that.
Right.
And when your vision, I knew about vision, but I never knew about speech. But when I lost my speech, that was with what's happening here? What's going on here? So I never knew that. So I haven't read about it. I doubt it.
What about life expectancy?
That's still the same.
So you got some time on this planet, bro. We've got some work to do, man.
Yeah, there's no time expectancy.
You don't mind if I do a bit of a shameless plug to see if we can help you with this?
Yeah, definitely, man. All the help, just for charity, raise awareness and.
Well, there's a camera right here, so I'm just going to say this man wants to do some great work. Anything we can do, any help, support that we can get, so that, by the way, so that he can go off and work his fucking balls off to raise more money for an MS charity. This isn't just, to make life better. This is to go and push himself, get himself out of his comfort zone and help other people, right?
Definitely, of course.
Anything we can do to help that, raise awareness financially, let's do this. And who knows, you might be able to rope some people in with you.
That would be amazing to do that. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, I'm being really cautious here because part of me wants to go, I'll fucking do it with you.
Of course you will.
Yeah, but this is what I need to get better at. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then you go, Alex, you need to train for 18 months and be out for 3 hours every day.
If you did enjoy me, then I'll be a bit disappointed.
Oh, don't say that.
Very,
mate, that's a guilt trip right
there. Disappointed. Very disappointed.
What about people from the gym? You could get a right crew.
I'm sure I could.
Sponsorship as well.
I'm sure I could.
Yeah, you get some people to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure I could. The gym staff are just quality, man.
Yeah.
They make me feel so welcome.
Yeah, so they're a nice. You can tell they're a nice bunch of people.
They're great.
Nice
when I first joined in, I was like, how are they going to accept me? Yeah. I could walk then though, but then when I got there, I was like, my focus needs to be on the gym user. So I said, kind of going to wheelchair. He said, yeah.
Mate, how can I say this without sounding like a dick? But most people don't give a fuck. You know that? Like, when I walk up the stairs and I see you in your wheelchair, like, I don't give a fuck.
No one does, but it's when you're in the wheelchair, like, are people looking at me? Yeah,
of course.
But that gym is just, it's great. The amount of support I've got from all the gym users, they're class.
Dude, you're a human being.
The gym staff, the whole gym centre, the staff are superb.
Yeah. Yeah,
and they make me feel welcome.
You're just Gary, man. You're just a guy, like.
Exactly, it's like a smile.
Yeah, man.
Get on with it.
I think some people are too sensitive. Like, this is where I like a bit of banter and piss taking. So I'll happily take the piss out of you, and I like you when you dish it back, right?
Exactly.
Like, but I think some people might see your condition and be like tiptoe around sometimes. Understandably, of course, because they're nice.
Because they don't. Most people don't understand what MS is.
Mate, I didn't. You've been educating me more about it. I heard it. I know it's not good. I know it's neurological, and I know very limited amounts. This is again another reason why you're a teacher for me. Like, you're teaching me about the condition, how it impacts you. You're also teaching me about mindset, of how you can take something that slaps you around the face in life and says, all those plans you had, Gary, yeah, fuck you, they're not happening, so now what are you going to do? This is what I mean. Like, exactly. You're teaching me a lot of things.
I've always said, I'd say to every MS patient who's just been diagnosed, accept it, talk about it, learn about it, don't get stressed. They're the 4 things that I didn't do, and I know affect MS. And I don't know in depth. I don't want to know in depth because there's a lot.
Yeah.
But I know the basics.
Well, stress has an impact on all physiological aspects. So if you have a condition like MS, stress is probably one of the things that will wipe you out.
It will. It's like everyone day-to-day life. But if you've got a condition of any sort, it's going to make it worse.
Sure.
It's like not just MS. It's like every condition except it. You can't change it.
How do you manage stress now? Like, are there principles, routines that you follow each day, like fresh air, reading? Is it like, what do you do to make sure that like you're as calm and centered as you can be?
I just won't let myself get stressed. I'll go to a different place. I'll go to a gym, or do something. I won't.
The gym's such a beautiful place to go.
I won't let myself get stressed no more.
The gyms are wicked for that. Like, it does take, just for that period of time, it just allows you to channel your stress and worry into something.
Exactly.
It's hard to articulate how powerful the gym is. Well, there's data out there, mate, that says antidepressants versus gym. Guess which one wins?
The gym.
Yeah,
I mean,
all day.
There's a lot of people at the gym come here just to get rid of the daily stress, and it works. Yeah,
and do you know what the side effects are of the gym versus medication? Like, you look great, you feel great, you're stronger.
Exactly.
It's like the side effects are fucking wicked.
And you feel good after your gym session.
Yeah, and you can make friends. If you're like, a lot of guys don't have friends, or they're terrible at creating social circles. Like, the gym's a good place to meet good people.
We have in the gym it's just
I know it can be intimidating for some people, and rightly so. There are some guys that don't want to, big meatheads that probably just want to go and lift weights, fine. But there's some lovely people in there. That's what's good about the Everyone Active kind of gyms, mate. Because I would have never trained at a gym like that like a year ago. Because I always had my own place.
Yeah.
And I used to put like Slipknot on, Korn, all the angry music that angry people would listen to. And I'd put loads of chalk on my hands, which I don't do because it messes the gym up.
It does mess the gym up, yes.
Yeah, and I get told off. I remember getting told off. Yeah, exactly. I remember being banned from the gym once for making it too chalky. And at the time, I was a bit of a dick, and I was like, "Oh, fuck you, man! This is a gym." But now I'm like, "Okay, no, just fit in with the rules." But there's some lovely people in there. The old men make me laugh so much. They're so funny.
They're great because they're age related, but they're still coming. They're still working out.
Amazing.
And they just to say hello to them. They're great. They make me feel good that I've helped them out in some way. Like everyone there, if you help them out, you might. Yeah, I'm doing a good job.
Yes, mate, and you keep doing it, man.
Makes you feel good.
What I like is when you come up the stairs and you start to see the regular faces of people.
Exactly.
You get that warm feeling, like when you rock up and you're there, it's like, cool, Gary's here. It's a really cool feeling.
Yeah, when it's like when we see the gym users, like, yes, he's coming here.
Yeah.
Superb.
Yeah. You make more of an impact than you probably know, just by you saying to me, like, what are you doing? And then at the end, you always say something like, well done, man, you crushed it.
You got if they've done a good job, you got to give them
praise. If they've done a good job, yeah, that's the key thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but if they
do you ever call anyone out and say, "Look, mate, like, I reckon you could have worked harder today," or is it just like, "Do you know what? That's not my business. I'm here to make sure everyone's safe and okay. It's not my business."
As long as everyone's safe. I mean, if they've worked hard, I've seen them work hard, I'll praise them. Of course, I would. Everyone needs a bit of praise. But no, I wouldn't do that unless I know the person. I'm good friends with the person. I'll have a bit of banter. But no, everyone works hard when they go there, and I like it when they're doing leg day and they're struggling to go downstairs.
I know you do.
Like, I know you worked hard on your legs.
Yeah, you're sick. You love all that kind of shit, don't you? You love leg day.
It's good to see, like, isn't it? You have worked hard. You worked your hardest.
Can you imagine? They're talking all about this artificial intelligence, which will probably wipe out so many jobs. Because they're on about like virtual reality personal trainers soon and stuff. Can you imagine a virtual reality gym instructor that was just programmed to go around and go, "You're not fucking working hard. Get off your phone. Boom, move on to the next person. You could do better." Imagine that. Imagine a world.
That ain't gonna work, is it?
Mate, do you not think we're heading that way? I think.
Yeah, I think you are, but you need your personal touch, though.
Yeah, I know you're a technology phobe.
Personal touch is massive, though. Personal touch.
I think so, yeah, for sure. But we are starting to integrate into like computers,
like virtual classes and stuff like that.
They happen already, right?
They do, but they need the instructor.
Even my mate's got one of these fancy treadmills, and it's got this really big screen, and someone leads the run on the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's both brilliant and worrying because it does separate the reality of human, actual physical touch.
Exactly, and I think you need in like a virtual class, you need the instructor. Because if you enjoy the instructor, people go just for the instructor, not for the virtual malarkey.
Yeah.
That's why I look at it anyway.
But if you think now, you could probably absolutely sustain a good lifestyle. And when I say good lifestyle, I mean you could get through without ever having to leave your house. Like you can get everything brought to your door. Yeah. You can find a missus online. You can get your food delivered. You could get the virtual training. You could get everything without stepping outside.
Yeah, but
but I get it.
Massive.
Of course, I'm not saying Don't get me wrong for 1 second. That's not the way to live.
No, because then you have that communication, the talking. You're gonna lose all that.
Mate, these are the best. Doing this kind of thing is the best, one of the best things in my life.
You enjoying it?
Love it, mate.
You do it, yeah.
I love it.
It's good.
Okay, you can tell, right?
Oh yeah, you seem happy, very happy, very happy.
Why not, mate? The way I see it is, I'm hanging out with my mate, and I get to talk, and hopefully this will inspire people.
Hope so.
But I can't help but be inspired being around you.
That's a very nice thing to say.
Well, that's fucking true.
But as I said about MS, accept it, talk about it, learn about it, and don't get stressed. They're the 4 things I'm never going to back on. I don't care if no one agrees with me. I know they're right.
You can apply that to a lot, though, can't you?
Yeah.
If you're going through any difficulty in life that is behind denial, that first part of it. Acceptance is hard, though, mate.
It's difficult, yeah.
Yeah, because you let go of all control.
And you can say you've accepted it when you haven't.
Yeah. To accept life is quite frightening because you are, like I say, you're putting your hands up and going, I have so little control versus what I thought. Like, this was out of your... Like, you could do nothing about this. Yes, you can handle, the consequences, but that's life. It's terrifying and beautiful at the same time.
It is. Sometimes you need that help.
Yeah, that's called humbleness, yeah.
I think I need that to reach out and grab someone and say, please help me. Yeah.
Courage is behind that too, mate. There's a lot of guys that don't ever get to that point, though. Hence, taking their own lives.
Yeah, that does happen a lot now, isn't it?
Loads. The scary thing is now, I heard some stats the other day saying that women's suicide rates are catching men up. And it's not because less men are killing themselves, it's because more women are killing themselves too.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So, the stats are going in the wrong direction for everyone.
Yeah, it's just, I thought women are better than blokes at reaching out and talking.
I think they are, but I think one, especially in teenage girls, they're saying the pressures of just being able to keep up on social media in terms of
life.
Yeah, and then also a lot of career is so at the forefront of everyone's mind lately that people forget the importance of connection and relationships.
Yeah.
So they're saying that most females by 2030 in their middle ages will be single without children. Now,
career's taken over.
Yes. Now, feminists could sit here and go, "Fucking brilliant! That's what we want." Personally, I'm like, well, the stats are saying that women are becoming more unhappy and lonely, like men are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, are we heading in the right direction? I don't think so. Anything that divides people, like feminism and this machoism, is not a good thing. No, relationships are amazing. We should want better relationships with women, with men.
Yeah.
That's simple.
I totally agree.
Dude, I've got a question for you that's tradition.
Colin, smash it.
So obviously, what's next for Gary? Is it Puddifoot, by the way?
Puddifoot, yeah, it's a great name. Yeah.
That is a fucking unusual name, bro.
When you're young, no, it's not so good. But when you get older, you're like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think we've talked about what's next for you, and that's this challenge, right?
That's our main challenge. Yeah.
But here's the question that I love asking. And when I ask people, they go, "Oof, I wish you to give me some notice." So I probably should give you some notice.
Let's smash it.
What can Gary work on next to become a better man?
Me.
Yeah, you, man. I'm interviewing you, bro.
Me.
It's a good question, isn't it? I can see by that little smile on your face.
That's making me think now.
Good. No, that's what the question's for.
I know. I'm shocking. I don't know, actually.
Mate, do you think I'm letting this podcast end without what area of your life do you think, do you know what, I could probably improve in that area? Don't sit here and tell me you're Mr. Perfect, man.
I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect.
I'll ask Kelly if not.
Oh yeah, but
I'll be like, Kelly will be like,
yeah.
actually, I can think of a load of shit.
She always says I don't listen.
That's a woman thing. They always say that.
Exactly, but I do listen. It's because it goes through one ear and out the other.
Yeah, but is that listening?
Yeah, but it's going through there and then out the other end, so you do listen.
We were talking about this, the guys, this morning. One of the lads was saying that, you know, he gets, after a hard day's work, he comes in and he loves his wife to bits, but she jumps straight on him and offloads all her anger and frustrations out onto him. And then he tries to fix things, which doesn't go down well.
No.
We were saying, I think sometimes it's just sit, listen, empathise. And the way I reframe this is, like, I try and love the fact that they make a big deal out of things. Like, if this is me in a relationship, like, because we all have faults, right? So if someone's yapping at me and inside I'm going, oh, I wish you'd just shut the fuck up. Part of me goes, actually, I quite like the fact that you overreact in this way. It's one of the things I really like about you. And if it weren't here, I'd miss it.
True.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we're dodging the question. They can't do that to me.
Well, you can. I've just said it. But no.
So you'd like to get better at listening?
I think I'm alright. If I'm interested in it, yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, so what area of your life would you like to really get better at?
Oh, better.
So let me give you an example. Mine's detaching from emotions, so that I don't, like, if I'm angry, I don't act in anger. That's one of the things I really need to get better at.
No, I'm quite good at that. Because I don't get angry. Get frustrated.
Sure.
If I can't do something.
Yeah.
But if I can't do it, I'll try 100%. No, I'll ask help. Asking for help is very important.
I know it is. I reckon this will be a thinker. You'll get home and you'll be like, oh.
Everyone's got a fault.
Of course they have.
Everyone's got a fault.
Yeah.
But no, I can't think of any. No.
Wait, that's the next level.
No, I'm good.
You can't think of any. Me and you are so different in this area. We have a lot in common, and this is one where we have zero.
I'm sure we have. But
I'm fucking sure as well. I'll ask Kelly.
Because you put me on the spot, and
yeah. But I reckon if I thought, do I ask this question to people before and get them to come prepared? But I think people would make up just some stuff that you think you should say.
No. I can't think.
That's all right.
No, I'll tell you what.
You're the perfect fucking specimen.
No, trust me, I'm not. No, what I don't do is if I don't like something, I don't act on it.
If you don't like someone.
Yeah, if I don't like someone, so I don't agree with something, I don't act on it. I stand back, don't go forward. I stand back and let them handle it their way. So I'd rather stay out of the limelight.
Dude, that's not a fault.
It is a fault.
Why?
Because I'm not helping the situation. Rather than stand back.
Well, I don't know. I challenge you on that one. I think that's a skill.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I do, mate. What's the alternative?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
jump in and try and save everyone's shit.
Yeah, but it makes you feel good, like when you do that. No, you save people. When you help people.
When you help, yeah.
I love help.
Help is a two-way thing, though. It's got to be accepted and given.
I do like helping people.
Have you ever tried to help someone though that can't be helped? It's painful because you think you can, but they don't want it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Personal training is a brilliant example of that, bro.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that at the gym. But you try and help them, try and talk to them, and they don't want to be helped.
No.
And you see them next time, and things got worse. You're like, well, I tried. Did I try hard enough? Yeah. But some people don't want to be helped.
Sure, man. Plenty of times in my life, plenty of experiences in my life where I think I've wanted to help. When it's come to it, I haven't really. Sometimes, yeah, it's justification or it's permission that I'm looking for, not help. Because help, we have this rule inside the Better Man. We're always trying to be honest with each other. And if I'm honest with you, by the way,
I'll go for it. Come on.
Well, it's not even going for it. It's the kindest thing I can do is be honest with you. So do you know what I mean? So if I think something that might upset you, I think as long as you ask or are open to that, I can't just come up to you and give you my opinion if you haven't asked for it. That's wrong. But if you say, Alex, can I ask you something, and I don't give you the truth, I think I've done you a disservice.
Oh, definitely have to be honest.
Yeah, but even if it makes you go home and cry.
Come on, Alex, give me your honest opinion.
No. About
come
what?
On. Come on, about me. Come on.
Oh no, not about you. I'm saying if you come to me with a problem and said, or Alex, do you think I can do this 1,000-mile bike ride? I said, well, it depends, Gary. Like, how fucking hard are you going to work, bro?
We're going to work very hard, very hard.
Yeah, we'll prove it. That's the kind of thing I'll be saying. Let's stop talking. Let's get out train. Yeah,
prove it, yeah.
Yeah, that's all it'd be. It's not like to attack or hurt anyone. It's just like, and I'd, if you were a good friend of mine, I'd love it and appreciate it if you gave me honest feedback if I asked for it. Because if you like someone and care for someone, you don't want to hurt their feelings.
No, of course
so
not.
you can dodge the truth. This is when, when the missus might say, something, how do I look in this? And really you're thinking, not that great. Or this, or that. And of course there's ways of phrasing it, but it's like, how do I get to the truth without pissing everyone off? It's a hard thing.
Honesty is the best policy.
I believe so.
I'll be honest.
I believe so. You ruffle a few feathers on course, but I think from an internal point of view, you can only live an honest life, I think, if you're honest with others.
I feel so. I like people to be honest with me, so.
Cool.
I got to.
Mate, how did you... I had a fucking great time.
That was good, mate. It's all good. I think...
we spoke for nearly an hour and 15 minutes.
Wait, bloody hell. I said a point about the importance of MS. Learn about it.
Yeah, you happy with everything you said?
Learn about it, accept it, talk about it, and don't get stressed.
Yeah, I think it's important that maybe just to point out where people can go if they're either suffering with MS or...
anything.
Or anything, or know someone who has MS, because I guess it affects people around you too, right? Yeah, because your mum, who you've said you've got this amazing relationship, she has to see her son go through the struggles of MS, so it impacts everyone, right?
Of course it does, it impacts everyone, but if you're struggling, even if you go and speak to someone and you don't know, you need to get something out of yourself, just to hear it, and you're speaking to someone.
Well, listen, I love what you do. Keep doing what you're doing. Please keep on your path, because you will help and inspire a lot of people. That's why I had to get you in the podcast studio today. No, I did. Hopefully you understand that I'm being genuine, that you are an inspiration to me. You're an inspiration to me. So I thought if I can get you on here and some people listen and they get inspired, or they can help us with our new challenge that we're talking about, anything.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be fucking awesome.
Challenge that would be a good challenge for everyone. Get some funds.
That was fun.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
You're fucking welcome, bro.